Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Here at Doran Park, home of the Bourne Braves, and that is the setting for today's game between the second place Hyannis Harbor Hawks and, of course, the Bourne Braves. Welcome to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Josh Schreiber here alongside my broadcast partners, Nico Sharp and Jacob Irons. And we have got a good one here today as we are fully into the second half of the season.
Yeah, it is fully into it, and for Hyannis, they're liking the second half of the year right now. Undefeated in this second half of the summer. It has been a huge push for them, picking up a big win yesterday in mercy fashion against the Kettleers. They are primed with Falmouth and Wareham taking on each other again to have an opportunity to try and go grab the one spot as they sit 2 points back.
Yeah, and you talk about that one game difference. That's how close this Western Division is. It's going to be the matter. Every single game is going to matter, especially now going to the second half of this season. All-Star game coming up in a couple of weeks, but this second half is going to be huge, and the Harbor Hawks are off to a great start, have a couple game win streak under their belt. Got a big win last night against Katuitt. Got another big Western matchup today.
Yeah, and this season for Hyannis, it's been a season of streaks. It feels like they've gone on long winning streaks and then some losing streaks, back to winning streaks. Right now, a 3-game winning streak coming into Bourne where, you know, Bourne not having the season that they would like to have yet, but we know that they will be there by the end of the season. This is too good of a lineup to hold them back for much longer.
Yeah, and for the Bourne Braves, they understand that they needed Chris Stanfield to get hot. He has started to get hot in this back half of the summer. Then you look at Merrick Houston. He now finds himself working really well and doing a good job on getting walks in the box and continuously finding himself in a position to get aboard. And for the Bourne Braves, last year as the 4 seed, they just have to get in to the playoffs.
You're absolutely right. We're going to take a short break for the national anthem, but when we come back, starting lineups for each team.
Side with skipper Mitch Carricker, and back on a 3-game winning streak after yesterday's win against Katuitt. Second place in the West Division. Are we at the point in the season where, you know, you start to focus a little more on the standings?
Yeah, I think a little bit. We obviously look up at the halfway point. We like where we are, but it's still we can't control what we're doing in the future. We can't do anything about the past, so we're just trying to take it one game at a time. And we got a good challenge today at Bourne.
Yeah, and you mentioned Bourne. Obviously, they haven't had the success that they've had in the past, but obviously a long season. What do you see in the lineup where it's so deep? They have so many guys that, are highly coveted draft prospects, whether it's this coming year in the future. What do they pose a threat in terms of that lineup?
Yeah, I think top to bottom they do a really good job. They're super athletic. They like to steal. They're very talented, and that's pretty much every team in this league. And tonight we got a good challenge. The left-hander they're throwing is really good. We've seen him before, and so hopefully we can put some good at-bats together, pitch, play defense, and we'll see what happens.
So much from him that you feel confident throwing him out there as a starter in the Cape League? Yeah,
he's been really good for us, both in relief and as a starter. For him, it's getting comfortable, getting into a rhythm. If he can do that and his stuff is what it has been, we like our chances.
And then look at the Hyannis lineup. Michael Detallo finally got that first home run of the summer. He has hit the ball so hard all over the field this season, but finally got that first home run. What does it mean for you as the manager, but also for him as a player to, get that monkey off his back?
Yeah, I think he's not trying to hit home runs. He's just trying to put good at-bats together, and he's been doing that, and it's good to see him finally put one over the wall. And we just ask that he keeps giving us good at-bats, and hopefully the rest of the guys around him can do the same.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Reporter Josie Broyles here after a Harbor. Grab Nick Groves for a quick conversation. You did awesome yesterday. 3 RBI, a couple of great hits. How are you feeling after yesterday's game?
Good. I mean, it feels good to, beat Katuitt back at home, especially after they beat us in our own ballpark, and, putting up the numbers that we did and mercing them. That's big for us and good for our momentum.
Yeah, and you've been here a while, since the beginning of the Cape season. What do you personally think that you've really been able to improve on from your time here on the Cape?
I think it's just consistency. For me, it's just taking it one game at a time, especially, if you don't have the best of games, there's always tomorrow. And, being around all the really good competition, it just makes you naturally better, and showing up every day, and really grateful for it.
Yeah, and big changes for you career-wise. Illinois, that's awesome. How excited are you to just be making that change and making that jump?
Yeah, I'm really pumped. Playing in the Big Ten Conference and just taking that next step in my career, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bourne Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bourne Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader. Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Joe Arriola throwing his warm-up pitches for the Bourne Braves, and he will face a Hyannis Harbor Hawks lineup that just put up 14 runs in yesterday's win against Cotuit.
It was 14 runs for them, and everyone, 1 through 9, contributed to that. It was Kane Kepley who'll lead the way for the Harbor Hawks, who picks up 3 walks yesterday, moves himself to 27 on the season, first right now. Next closest has 18 walks. He has been a walk machine in that leadoff spot. Alex Lodis, after a little bit of an off night last night, looks to refresh and recoup here at Doran Park. Michael Latalo in at the 3-hole. Dalton Bargo, the Tennessee utility man and catcher this evening, will be in the cleanup spot. Eric Snow will be at second base. The left fielder Mason White follows him. Anthony Silva, the shortstop, who hit a grand slam yesterday in the bottom of the first for 5 runs in that half inning. It was a huge one for the Harbor Hawks. Blake Cavill comes in at the 8-hole in at first base today, and rounding out the Harbor Hawks lineup is Josh Tate.
And that lineup will be facing the man who I mentioned earlier, Joe Arriola, the big left-hander out of Wake Forest.
Yeah, the southpaw from Wake Forest has a fastball slider curve mix, but guys, it's going to be that curveball that's going to be his devastating pitch. True 12-6 movement. It breaks hard, and he'll double and triple back on that curveball. He throws it a lot, and Ariel's a guy that the Harbor Hawks have seen. The last matchup at McKeon Park, he went 2 innings, had 2 strikeouts, 2 hits, no runs, and he was credited with the victory.
The first pitch of the game right in there for strike number 1, and we are underway from Doran Park. A 1-pitch fouled straight back by Kane Kepley.
The Demon Deacon attacking the left-hander Kepley with fastballs so far, and let's see how he can attack here. I guess it's another start. Let's see if he mixes it up here or just shows fastball.
Fastball up above the eyes of Kepley.
For the Harbor Hawks, they saw Arriola the last time these two teams played, pitching 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 2.
High fly ball by Kepley. Stanfield will take a few traces back and make the play for out number 1 in fairly deep center field.
As Stanfield ranges back, it's a sneaky large yard here at Doran Park. It's a Little League fence around the outfield and has an expansive outfield, it feels like, especially that center field.
Yeah, we talk about dead center. It's going to be 395 dead center, 330 to left, and 300 to right.
Alex Lodis takes the first pitch at the knees for strike 1.
The corners feel very attainable. It is that center field that feels so far away.
0-1 inside. Last time we were here, we saw John Gazdar hit a home run right over the left field fence into a trash can in the front of the Braves bullpen. 1-1 pitch is low.
For Lodis, coming in off of an 0-for-5 night last night. Very uncharacteristic for him, but still over the past 10, batting .333. Really hot start to his summer.
2-1 hit high in the air to right field, but foul out of play. It is a right field here at Doran Park that kind of resembles the pesky pole at Fenway.
I think that's a very good major league comp, minus a big wall in left field.
Certainly, but that's why I said right field.
That fair enough.
Alex Lodis takes a pitch inside, 3-2 full count. High fly ball, shallow right field, coming in as Conrad to make the play without an issue, and there are 2 quick outs.
And we're seeing from the Demon Deacon, going to attack the first time in the order, all fastballs. Hasn't shown anything else. We've talked about his other stuff. Has a good slider, has a solid changeup, but it's going to be that curveball. It's going to be his pitch, but first time in the order, not trying to show it to this Harbor Hawks lineup.
Michael Detallo, the man that hit his first home run of the season last night. A deep shot into right center field. 0-1 fouled straight back quickly, 0-2.
And through talking to him earlier today, he said he's in a one-of-one company. Not very many people that can say they hit a homer off the reigning Big 12 Player of the Year, Max Palou. He's in a company all by himself.
The 0-2 pitch lined foul right side.
And he's dotting those fastballs so far, and it's going to be fastballs in and out, 93, 94. It's not going to be 98, 99. It's low to mid 90s, but he is spotting up against the Harbor Hawks so far.
The 0-2 again, low and inside.
And here for Tallo, doing a good job trying to fend off pitches and
hard ground ball right side, fielded on a hop by Kojal for out number 3. And it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Joe Areola. We'll head to the bottom of the first as Blaine Wink takes the mound for the Harbor Hawks.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bourne Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
On to the bump for the Harbor Hawks, getting his second start of the summer. It's the man out of the Ohio State University, Blaine Wink.
Blaine Wink's going to be a fastball, slider, changeup guy. Fastball gets up to 97. Plays very fast, flies out of his hand. This will be his 5th appearance. Second start, 13 1/3 innings pitched thus far. 9-6 strikeout to walk ratio. And this is a guy who has 1 start under his belt, and he seems to be getting better every outing.
Yeah, seems to be getting better every outing, but a lineup that seems to be getting better every outing is the Bourne Braves. They're going to lead off with Merrick Houston, and at shortstop, Camden Kojal. Behind him at second base, Ethan Conrad, Braden Holcomb, Chris Stanfield, the guy that has really picked it up over these last 5 games, is playing really well. Garrett Michelle back for his second summer in at first base. Tristan Becerra, Ben Hartle, and Blake Barthel round out the Braves lineup.
Merrick Houston stepping in, the Team USA member. The collegiate national team takes strike 1 right down the middle. Fastball.
Yeah, just coming back. One of his first games back from Team USA. And this is the Demon Deacon.
He swings and misses at the breaking ball down and away.
Yeah, that's a filthy pitch there from Blaine Wink. Slider low and away. Merrick Houston goes chasing after throwing that fastball right before it.
And Houston will go down looking on a pitch that he thought was down below the knees, but gets the call.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Blaine Wink opens it up with 3 commanding pitches well.
Yeah, threw that slider down and away, and looks like could have missed out in the zone, but Bargo doing a great job back there, getting his thumb under it, making it look even better than maybe it was, but it could have caught corner. That was a great pitch there from Blaine Wink to back up on the slider.
Wink, another strike. 0-1 to Kojal. Kojal been with the Braves since day one. Fouls it straight back into the netting. (0-2) from Wink. Ground ball right side, fielded by Eric Snow, and he'll throw to first for out number 2. Now, in the bullpens, guys, we were made aware of this in the middle of the inning. There has been a standoff going on since the national anthem between the Harbor Hawks and Braves relief pitchers. It looks like it's Aaron Savory out there in the Hawks bullpen, and a number of Braves guys are still standing. First pitch is low to Ethan Conrad.
So we've got 2 for the Bourne Braves currently still in the standoff, with the lone Harbor Hawk being Aaron Savory going at it.
1-1 is a strike. And normally you see them do the standoffs by the dugouts. Fouled straight back, but when you do it by the dugouts, there's only so long that the umpires will let that happen. They will eject someone. But doing it in the bullpen, this could literally go all game long.
And we're going to find out.
1-2 fouled straight back towards the high school. Aaron Savory just pitched yesterday, so it's not like he's got to get warm at all today. I'm sure he will stay standing as long as he can, as Blaine Wink makes quick work of the Braves here in the first inning. 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in the top and bottom half of the inning. Let's head to the second on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bourne Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bourne Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Back top of the second inning, Dalton Bargo to lead off for the Harbor Hawks, hitting in the 4th spot today. Catcher from Tennessee, and guys in the bullpen are still standing for the national anthem that happened, 15 minutes ago now? Lefty-lefty matchup for Areola as Dalton Bargo flings his bat deep towards the dugout, and he's going to ask for some pine tar. Let's see if there's any magic with this toss. You guys know me. I'm a sucker for the bat toss. And Bargo launched that thing all the way to the very end of the dugout and over it.
Yeah, thank you for protective netting, not allowing that one to get beyond the field of play. Got caught up in the netting and get a new bat and toss a healthy amount of pine tar on it, Nico.
Yeah, he tossed a good amount of it, and he let that bat fly. I don't know if I've ever seen someone let go of the bat and it go that far, all the way down the first base line.
0-1 pitch to Bargo is right in there for a strike, 0-2. Both pitchers early in the game getting ahead in the count quickly. Oh, 2 to Bargo, swing and a miss, and the bat toss does not provide any magic this time. It's a 3-pitch strikeout for Areola.
And there was the second time he's shown that breaking ball. And that was that curveball that we were talking about. It's going to be so hard, has such late break in the zone. It's going to be so hard for the Harbor Hawks to find the plane in their bat path and get on it.
And on top of this, very interesting batter's eye here at Doran Park, with it being a gravel pile beyond the center field wall. So might be a little tough to pick up on the ball out of the hand on top of that. So if it's moving as much as it is showing us, and then add in a little bit of poor eyesight on the batter's eye there, it's going to be difficult.
0-1 right in there to Snow. The 0-2 is in the dirt. Yet another fastball from Areola. Can hear the wind rustling here. Just off the Cape Cod Canal. It's going to be a windy night.
Yeah, storm rolling in overnight. That should play a factor on the Cape all of tomorrow until around 3:30. So be on the lookout for updates regarding tomorrow's game across Cape Cod.
2-2 fouled back over our heads.
And that wind's going to be a little hitter-friendly, blowing out to dead center.
Trailing off a little bit to left field as well, so a center left is where it's going to come out to. So if you can get a hold of one as a righty down the left field line, it could run.
Ball low to Snow, just under the knees.
Yeah, 92 miles per hour down the zone. Almost caught at the bottom of the corner there to Eric Snow. And Areola once again attacking 95% fastballs.
And Eric Snow gets drilled on the breaking ball. Looked like it went right off that front knee. As he'll jog down to first base, get checked on by hitting coach Sean Riley.
I wore it like a champ. Didn't even phase him one bit. And just wore and gives off his protective gear to Sean Riley at first to get ready to go here on the base pass for the first base runner of today's game between either side here on the top of the second.
So a late addition to the lineup steps in Mason White. We were let known about 10 minutes before game time that Mason White would fill in for Nick Groves today. First pitch in there for a strike.
It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Here, Mason White, a big free swinger in the left-handed batter's box. We'll see how Areola decides to attack him.
Healthy hack by White, just under the fastball, 0-2.
First two pitches there, 92-mile-per-hour fastball. We'll see if he decides to climb the ladder, break a curveball over.
First pickoff attempt of the day. Eric Snow back in standing.
A lot of times pitcher can show a pickoff move, understand that they may show breaking ball the next pitch, and keep the runner in close, knowing that they might break one off.
Eric Snow jab stepping off first. 0-2 pitch fouled off over the Bourne Braves dugout.
Update on the bullpen stand battle that's occurring. We are down to one Brave in their dugout right now. It's Aaron Savory and a lone pitcher for the Bourne Braves as they go head-to-head.
Eric Snow in diving to first base as the wind, I should say the rain picking up right now.
Yeah, rain's starting to come down here for a quick sec. Everyone seeking shelter underneath the pop-up tent.
0-2 cut on and miss. Mason White goes down swinging. And there are two down here in the second inning.
It's going to be a 93-mile-per-hour fastball, high and tight. Mason White trying to go up and get it, but not able to get the barrel on quick enough, right inside on the hands.
Now, with a runner on, he's going to have to take on the hot Anthony Silva.
And with him being hot, both coaching staffs for the Bourne Braves coming out and giving the outfield the no doubles signal, as this guy has been swinging it very well.
First pitch outside. Anthony Silva, our player of the game yesterday. Went 2 for 4, had a grand slam in the first inning, and then a triple later on. 1-0 pitch, high fly ball, shallow left center field. In comes Stanfield. He'll call off everyone and make the play for out number 3. So Hyannis strands the runner at first base on the hit by pitch, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Bottom of the second inning, the number 4 hitter, Braden Holcomb, one of the many Vandy guys on this Bourne Braves roster. Up to the plate, he looks at a breaking ball at the knees for strike 1.
And kind of having different mentalities. Blaine Wink showing the slider early when you see Areola. Going to be a fastball heavy time this first time around.
And off the end of the bat, it goes into left field for the first base hit of the game, falling just a few feet short of Mason White in left field. And Bourne has their first base runner of the game with nobody out.
Yeah, a looper that got off the bat of Holcomb and continued to trail left. Kept cutting away from left fielder White. Pitch high and away that he was able to go out and grab.
So Holcomb, who has 6 steals, Stanfield puts down a bunt. Wink quickly fires over to first base in time for the out. But Chris Stanfield will get the job done and move Holcomb over to second base.
This is a Bourne Braves team. This is how Scott Landers attacks baseball games. It is small ball driven. He leads the Cape Cod Baseball League with 62 stolen bases. They are going to be small ball oriented. They don't have a home run here inside Doran Park yet this summer, while they have 16 doubles.
So the left-hander Garrett Michelle up to the plate now. Michelle out of Virginia Tech, hitting .217 on the summer. The 1-0, it breaks the bat. Datalo takes a few steps back at third base to make the play, and that's out number 2.
2 jam shots for the Bourne Braves. That one not having enough steam to get behind Datalo. Datalo ranged it back a couple steps, made the play very easily.
From Clemson University, number 32.
Yeah, very routine play, broken bat. And Datalo finds himself for the second out. Right now, Blaine Wink after allowing that hit to Holcomb, has responded back for 2 outs relatively quickly.
Tristan Becerra, the newly acquired outfielder for Bourne, hammers a ball deep right field. Kiss it goodbye. That one way gone to right field, and it is a 2-run shot. Bourne up 2-0 early.
And that was an absolute missile. 109 miles per hour exit velo to right center field. And, I mean, if that's a no doubt if I've ever seen one. Center fielder Josh Tate, Ken Kepley, both a couple steps working to right center field, but absolute no doubter. And welcome to the Bourne Braves. That is an absolute missile.
Trackman picking up 448 feet on the homer is where they're saying it went off the 109. And just like that, the Bourne Braves have their first home run inside the confines of Doran Park.
And I'm sure if you were listening at home, you could hear the crack of the bat. That ball was gone the second it was hit. As the first pitch is a strike to Ben Hartle.
448 feet is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that is with a wood bat. These are college athletes still getting used to the metal, but 448, I mean, that is unreal number.
And we talk about Mason White's 430-foot bomb on July 4th. And for that, you look at 448 feet, that's a completely different ballpark.
Pitch up and away, 2-2. Yeah, no, I mean, in the Cape League, it's rare you see a ball hit, over 410 feet per se, as Blaine Wink does get out of the inning with a strikeout on the breaking ball low and away. But not before Bourne puts up 2 runs on a moonshot by Tristan Becerra, and that'll send us to the top of the 3rd inning.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Ariola back out there for a 3rd inning of work. No hits allowed yet, and it'll be the bottom of the order, starting with Blake Cavill, trying to get the job done for the Harbor Hawks.
But it's really been Ariola's game. He has been commanding a nasty curveball in at batters that has left them all fooled. The question is, can it fool them a second time? You're going to see Cavill, Tate for the first time, and then Kepley, who makes really good adjustments in his second AB, he'll have to take on for the second time.
And that's what's been so big about Ariola's first inning. Kepley and Lodis, neither of those guys seeing a curveball.
First pitch fastball, just up.
Yeah, that's what it takes. That's what you do as a starting pitcher. You try to hold your secondary and third pitch and just show fastballs early in the game.
1-0 cut on and miss. Strike 1.
And we've talked about his curveball. There was that slider right there. Not as much vertical move, but it's got a lot of sharp late break, and so watch that to be broken off here against lefties in particular.
Fouled straight back at the feet of Cavill. Ariola doesn't throw overly hard. Locates well, and that big breaker has been very impressive as Cavill working right now. Another fastball fouled back.
And you'll see him work some mid-90s. He works low 90s to start the game, but as he gets going, 95.
And a big breaking ball freezes Blake Cavill on the outside of the zones for the strikeout.
I mean, that pitch is just gross. That curveball has a lot of vertical movement. He already showed slider, so Blake Cavill right there seeing slider early in the count, and then he breaks off the vertical moving 12-6er and perfectly placed low and away.
First pitch swinging for Tate, a high pop-up on the infield. Calling off everyone is Camden Kojal, who makes the catch right behind the mound for out number 2.
And that'll bring up Kane Kepley. Flied out to Stanfield in his first AB. Saw all fastballs. So this can be interesting now. We've talked about how he attacks the lineup the first go-around. We'll see if he changed anything up, if he pitches backwards, or if he's going to go right back to his mojo, which has been the fastball early.
First pitch to Kepley, fastball down the middle for the strike.
Why wouldn't you? It worked for Kane Kepley. And saw 2 pitches from Ariola. Kepley did.
High fly ball, fairly deep right field. Ethan Conrad on the run makes a leaping grab. And that will be out number 3. A really nice play by the Marist Red Fox as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hyannis down 2-0.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgentcare. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bourne Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Blaine Wink back out there. And update on the bullpen standoff. We're still going. Aaron Savory is standing strong, no pun intended.
Sure. Yeah, he is. He's having a little bit of a convo with the rest of his bullpen arms, along with the lone pitcher in the Bourne Braves bullpen. Can't get a number on him, though.
First pitch to Blake Barthol is in there for the strike.
And again, these guys are in the bullpen, doing no harm, not in the field. So these guys could really go all day long. Josh, you said it earlier, but I'm starting to get worried that, we're here bottom half of the 3rd, and these guys aren't showing any signs of getting tired. I mean, this could be an all-game kind of thing.
1-1 pulled towards the Hawks dugout.
I hope neither of them hit leg day today, because that could be a little rough. They're both looking fresh.
The day after the start for Savory, he likely ran quite a bit today. 1-2. Check swing. The look down to third base. They say he did not go. Back to 2-2.
That's the home plate umpire, Jim Francesca, getting something in his eye.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blake Barthol gets blown away by the fastball. And there's one down.
And the Wings starting to amp it up. We saw 92 there in the first 2 innings. That one, we've seen a couple 94s, 95 from Wink, and he's gotten up to 97. So as the game goes on, watch for his velo to continue to increase.
strike right down the middle to Houston. Oh, 1 chopper to short. Anthony Silva on the long hop. Easy throw over to first base for the second out.
And we talk about it time and time again, and it may sound like a broken record, but this infield is smooth as butter. I could watch them just take normal routine ground balls every day, and that is a routine play from Anthony Silva, but the way he fields it, transitions so smoothly, I mean, it's so fun to watch.
And it's an infield that puts their work in during batting practice as well. They are constantly asking Sean Riley and Tanner Cunha, the assistant coaches that are normally hitting fungos, to get extra work.
Camden Kojal takes a half swing at that nasty slider for strike 1.
That's on me. I completely forgot it because I'm used to not having Josh.
Kojal rips one down the right field line. It's a fair ball, and it will roll to the wall into the corner. Kepley fields it, bobbles it in right, but Kojal will stay at second base with a stand-up double here with 2 outs.
And these Bourne Braves are making loud contact down 103 exit velocity down the right field line. It was Camden Kojal pulling that one, the left-hander in the box, pulling it down the right field line, and easy stand-up double.
Now it's Ethan Conrad. He has been the best hitter on Cape Cod so far this season. Not technically a qualified hitter yet, so does not lead the league in average, but hitting .460 coming into today. A hard ground ball right side. Diving is Eric Snow. He can't get there. Rounding third is Kojal. Kepley comes up throwing. It is not in time as Camden Kojal comes in standing up. It's 3-0 Braves.
It's another good swing by these Bourne Braves. Pull that one past the diving Eric Snow and Kane Kepley. Perfect throw. Beautiful long hop to Bargo, the catcher, but it's going to be Kojal's speed able to beat it out.
Now we did get an announcement from Matt Coates that the bullpen guy standing in the Braves dugout is Griffin Hughes out of Miami. As there goes Conrad, the stolen base leader on Cape Cod, and he will not steal this time. He fails to get number 16 as Dalton Bargo fires down to second base for the 3rd out. But the Braves pick up their 3rd run of the day. They lead 3-0, and we will send it to our sideline reporter, Josie Broyles.
Guys, we got Victoria, the proud Seminole fan in the stands tonight. She's president of the Boston Seminole Fan Club. She's here to support Alex Lodis and Jackson West for the Hawks. She actually was here for a couple other Cape League games supporting other Florida State players, and it's just really great to see her commitment. She's waving her flag. She's cheering for Lodis in the sidelines, and me and another intern actually were able to talk to her, and she commented that McKeon was actually one of the best baseball atmospheres that she's been to, and she's really just said she has a special place in her heart for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks after how welcoming our staff was, how welcoming our fans were, and it was just really great to hear, and it's great to have her supporting us. She actually took work off for the past couple of days just to be here supporting the Florida State players, so it's really great to see and really great to have her as a fan.
How about it? Thank you, Josie. Heard it here first. McKeon Park, one of the best atmospheres she's ever been to. And, guys, that's impressive stuff if she spends her time in the ACC watching some of their baseball games.
I was going to say, you're looking at some great atmospheres in the ACC. One of the best in Tallahassee alone.
Yeah.
So for McKeon Park to be in the conversation, pat on the back to everybody involved over at McKeon Park.
And she will be up and loud here for this first at-bat of the inning as Alex Lodis steps into the batter's box. He will face his ACC counterpart in Joe Ariel out of Wake Forest.
Florida State travels well. Got to see Harbor Hawk Jamie Arnold pitch against Boston College, and Florida State, a good amount of their fan base traveled to watch Boston College play, and they were loud, and they have this little thing where it's like, they go, K time, with 2 strikes, and they're an engaged fan base.
That very engaged. They might be up there with Texas A&M.
First pitch was up to Lodis. Now the 1-0 is at the feet, 2-0.
I will say Texas A&M has a very good fan base as well.
I know it hurts
you. They're
you.
the ball 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know it hurts you as a Longhorn, but they are great.
2-0 up and in, 3-0.
Yeah, I got to go to the regional game at Texas A&M, and yeah, great fan base. You know, and the 12th man's a real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, their crowd, the engagement, it's really unbelievable.
3-0 in there, and I find it funny that they're still called the 12th man despite it being for baseball. Obviously in football you got the 12th man. There are 11 on the field as Lodi starts to walk towards first base, gets called a strike, so he'll head back to the batter's box.
Yeah, fastball just kept clipping the inner corner. That's a good pitch there from Areola.
3-2 fouled off right side. Good contact from Lodi's, just a bit behind.
For Areola, this is his second start of the summer. Majority of his appearances have come out of the bullpen in short relief for around 2 innings typically as his average.
3-2, swing and a miss at the eyes. Joe Areola climbs the ladder, and Alex Lodis is the first victim in inning number 4.
And there was that slider staying up in the zone. It's like a slider cutter. We've seen a couple pitches this past spring marked as a cutter. It's an 87-mile-per-hour breaking ball moving from left to right out of the left-hander's arm, and just having enough move just to have Lodi swing over it.
First pitch to DeTalo outside for ball 1. And DeTalo has been such a good story for Hyannis as he ropes one right back up the middle. I was just going to say, he has hit the ball so hard all summer long, and it's been relatively quiet. He hasn't really been a huge topic around the Cape League, but he has made his case to be an all-star. I'd honestly be surprised if he's not.
Yeah, for DeTalo coming in third in RBIs with 17, second in doubles with 6 so far on the summer, and when you need him, his bat is there. You look at the walk-off against Falmouth, he was able to put it in play with an 0-2 count as well.
Nasty curveball from Areola under the bat of Bargo, who went down swinging on 3 pitches his first time up. He broke the formerly Turley toss. Threw his bat on the first pitch as he pops one into center field. Stanfield ranges over to his right to make the play. DeTalo went halfway, and he'll head back to first base with 2 outs.
And going back to the DeTalo conversation, it's a guy who's swinging it well, now has his average into the 300s.
Yeah.
But he's really fun to watch. You can tell his approach is straight up the middle. His barrel stays long through the zone. He attacks that middle of the field.
And he just loves coming to the baseball field every day. There is not a day he doesn't have a smile on his face. Recognizes he gets to play the game he loves every day in one of the best collegiate baseball league, and understands the privilege that he has, and is an absolute great dude on the field, but even better off.
Snow looks at the first pitch low for ball 1. Second pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Ben Hartle to keep the ball in front of him and keep DeTalo at first base.
And that's what's been so awesome about these Harbor Hawks is they love the game of baseball.
Yeah.
You know, they get there early enough for BP, but most guys already in the batting cage from noon, taking BP, going through their progressions in the batting cage, starting at noon all the way to game time at 6 o'clock, and then all the way through the night.
2-0 outside. And, yeah, absolutely. And you could tell that there is a real, true camaraderie with this team that you don't always see during summer ball. A lot of guys here just to, understandably, as Eric Snow works the 4-pitch walk, the runners on first and second for Mason White, but in a league like this one, there's so much pressure to be successful. You're at the very top of the game. You're facing the best competition. It can be very easy to be, a little bit selfish in the fact that, if you're not playing well, it's easy to want to, just go back home, figure stuff out. But that has not been the case for these Harbor Hawks as Mason White looks outside, 1-0.
Also, you look down the right field line. They are feeding Aaron Savory some water. Still has the hat over the heart. Still getting set for the national anthem. And see some other pitchers for the Harbor Hawks giving them some water.
1-0 pitch in there for the strike. So Mason White has an opportunity here. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The 1-1, cut on and miss.
And his ability to mix in fastball, curveball, and then break off those sliders to lefties, it makes it so tough to be able to time him up.
Really a wide range of velocity as well. About a 10-mile-an-hour difference between the slider and the curveball. As a check swing from Mason White, he did go around. And that is out number 3 on the K. Joe Areola threw 4, scoreless, as the Braves are up 3-0.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Got an interesting pitching change here for the Harbor Hawks as a typical starter comes into the game for Hyannis. It's Luke Nichols.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Josh. Typical start for the Harbor Hawks. 3 games started out of 4 appearances, and he has 12 1/3 innings pitched under his belt so far. 12 to 5 strikeout to walk ratio, only giving up 15 hits in his time. Currently has an ERA of over 9, but again, he's been in the starter role a lot of the time, and when you talk about him, he's supposed to be a guy who's going to start for the Harbor Hawks, going to be a fastball, changeup, slider guy. Once again, short arm action, and so that he comes in for a tough matchup. Bourne Braves scoring 2 and 1 the past 2 innings.
And Luke Nichols was the last remaining starter from the original starting rotation. I know Aaron Savory was here, just not in the starting rotation at that point. So interesting to see him piggyback off of Blaine Wink's start. We'll see what he can do to neutralize this Bourne lineup that's hit the ball well here so far today.
Yeah, and for Luke Nichols, being command of the zone, that is where he has somewhat struggled over the last couple of appearances, is not having necessary command of the zone, but through his first start, when he is in command of the zone, that is his best baseball being played.
So Nichols will face Braden Holcomb, who led off the second inning with a base hit to left field. Getting his second at-bat of the day. First pitch is low for ball 1. Luke Nichols lives at the bottom of the zone, throws kind of a sinker slider type guy. Just tries to pick at the knees. 1-0 is hit high in the air. Shallow right field. Will it stay in play? It does, but Kepley can't get there as it is foul.
You touch upon it. It's going to be sinker, changeup, slider, and it's going to be high 80s, low 90s. Again, nothing going to be overwhelming, but everything's going to have some downward tilt to it. So that sinker's going to have some late breakdown. That changeup's going to have a late breakdown. The slider going to have a late breakdown. So having that kind of arsenal, everything's going to be down the zone. Anything that stays flat is going to stay floating right in the middle of the zone.
1-1 to Holcomb. Hits him. Looked like that may have gotten him on the front knee. And Holcomb on base to start the 5th inning. Fourth inning, excuse me.
From Louisiana State University, number 3.
Now you're going to have to go up against Chris Stanfield, who over the last 5 is batting .438.
It's not bad.
No, not at all. Grounded out. Back to Wink when he was in the game, but really started to get hot here for this Braves team.
Stanfield, it was that sac bunt in the second inning that got things going. As he does not bunt on the first pitch. Takes a big hack, but maybe that sign will be put back on here with 1 strike. Holcomb, 6 stolen bases on the year, leads off first. Nichols deals in for a strike, 0-2.
It's that late break slider in on the hands to the right-hander, Stanfield. And the Bourne Braves have a number system. They don't have body signs. Going to be a number system for the signs.
0-2 foul straight back, and those signs are from the third base coach to the runners and hitter. Stanfield, a future teammate of Eric Snow at Auburn. Grounds 1 foul left side out of play.
And you see the coach over at third base has a sheet of paper for signs, but as far as for everybody else, I don't see either Holcomb or Stanfield have any kind of wrist guard or a sheet in their back pocket.
Might be easy to
0-2, high fly ball down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, it will not. Stanfield certainly got all of that pitch, but just a long strike.
And sometimes you can toss a bunch of numbers up there, but they know what number it is within the combo as well. Maybe a little bit more of a simple system, especially summer ball. Guys are rotating in and out, trying to learn all these new signs quickly.
0-2 fouled off. Just over our heads.
It's good use of the changeup. He's thrown sinkers so far to Stanfield. Tries to throw that changeup blown away. Gets Stanfield out on his front foot, but just able to slap it away and spoil a good pitcher's pitch.
Holcomb still off first. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, 1-2. I believe Luke Nichols pitched here in his first appearance of the season against Bourne. As Stanfield ropes one down the left field line, it'll roll to the wall. Fielding it in left is Mason White. Braden Holcomb coming home. The throw from Silva is not in time. Holcomb scores sliding, and it's an RBI double for Chris Stanfield. His first double of the season. It's 4-0 Braves.
And the Harbor Hawks got a warning shot the pitch, a couple pitches before. That ball's hit 347 down the left field line, just went foul, and that one he timed up, kept that one in fair territory, sends it down the line and gets the easy stand-up double.
And for Chris Stanfield, that left field corner is dangerous because it takes White and any left fielder a little bit of time to get over to it because of how it juts in. It's great placement. It allows Holcomb to be able to come in sliding and get another run.
And Holcomb runs very well despite being so big and strong. 250 pounds, provides power, but 6 stolen bases on the year. He can certainly go, as the first pitch to Michelle is a check swing strike.
And that wasn't, he scored from first there,
Yeah.
showed off the speed, and that's not an easy thing to do. And you have the speed and arm of Mason White, and that was a close play at home plate. Moves well around the base paths.
0-1, a big swing by Michelle, 0-2. And Stanfield, that was his first double of the season. Does have 2 homers. But a guy that runs as well as he does, 10 stolen bases on the year, a little bit surprising. Took this long to pick up that extra base hit. 0-2 pitch is low to Michelle.
And for Chris Stanfield, had a little bit of a slower start to the summer, but really, as you saw right there on the hit, down the left field line, has come into his own and has a swing that shows it.
1-2 low to Michelle, 2-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls there. I liked that 0-2 pitch from Nichols, trying to get him to chase, and we see when the Bourne Braves have a ball up in the zone, they're able to drive. So great job trying to burying it, make it used as a strikeout pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Garrett Michelle goes down swinging, and there's one down for Luke Nichols.
Great slider call there from Nichols, coming in and goes from Michelle on the left batter's box and cuts all the way over to the righty side. So huge break on that, horizontal. So he's able to get the swing and miss for the strikeout.
So now is the man, Tristan Becerra, who hit a 450-foot bomb in the second inning, deep into right center field. We'll have a runner in scoring position now as there goes Stanfield. Throw down to third. Bargo couldn't get a grip on the ball. And it's the 11th stolen base of the year for Chris Stanfield.
And for Dalton Bargo, great decision there. If you don't feel like you can get a clean throw, especially going to third, and with a little bit of an expansive foul territory here at Doran Park, don't make that throw. Let him grab the bag because you already have one out here. Try and focus in on the batter and try and hold him at third.
Becerra holds up on the check swing, 1-1, as the infield will now move in. Right side of the infield, both on the grass. Eric Snow and Blake Cavill just a few inches from their toes being on the grass. 1-1 outside, 2-1.
This is an infield grass that's going to have some stuff slow up on it too. So huge for Harbor Hawks to try and come in and play prevent here.
Down by 4 runs. 2-1 to Becerra, a hack and a miss. 2-2.
Big swing there, almost lost the bat. You see him try to grip the pine tar that's in the middle section of the bat and try to get some grip back. We already saw one bat go flying for the Harbor Hawks from Bargo and almost saw it again there.
2-2, 1-out runner on third base. Stanfield, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Luke Nichols has 2 strikeouts for his first 2 outs of the day.
And there's that slider once again, working it really well to these lefties. And what's so big is that he's using it early as a get-me-over strike, then putting a fastball out in the corner, and then he's throwing a slider that's starting right with that fastball, that last fastball pitch before, and then breaking it off the plate. So tunneling his pitches really well, and that's why these lefties are going chasing for a ball that's way out in the zone.
Ground ball up the middle. Silva ranging glove side. Throw over to first is offline, and the run will come in to score. As the ball went out of play, they are not going to award Ben Hartle second base as he was not running.
Number 21, Blake Barthel.
But either way, he does pick up the RBI, and we'll see what they rule it. But 5-0, Bourne Braves have picked up a big lead here in the 4th inning.
So I lost vision going behind the side. Did that ball go out of play?
I didn't think it did. I think it made contact with the netting and then trickled out of play, which would then mean should be awarded the extra base.
Absolutely.
Still even
Absolutely.
on top of it. So
we can't see. I just saw the home plate umpire called time, indicating that you would imagine that means it's out of play. And
yeah,
he's talking to Scott Landers right now.
Yeah, I think it's the same case we're having here, that I would assume that if it made contact and then trickled out, it would be an advancement to the base. But once again, we don't have proper sight down the line, so can't really get a clean look. And good enough case is going to be brought here by Scott Landers to call in the rest of his umpiring crew.
And this is a conversation that happens in the lineup exchange when both coaches come to home plate, umpires meet right before every single game. That's when the home coach and Scott Landers will establish, hey, this is what happens in this situation. This, we call this is out. And so you see it at Wareham where that line is drawn and that field goal post is uncovered between a fence. It's in the field, but they have I'll let you know before every game, hey, this is out of bounds. So it must have been a conversation happened before the game. Hey, if it hits this part of the netting, this is considered out of bounds and out of play.
So they do decide that Hartle will stay at first base. It was officially ruled a single. That was a very difficult play for Silva to make up the middle. So 2 outs for the 9-hitter Barthol as that pitch in the dirt stopped by Bargo.
And these Bourne Braves came out swinging today, and so far the Harbor Hawks pitching hasn't been bad, hasn't been leaving too many mistakes, but any single mistake that these Harbor Hawks have made, these Bourne Braves are all over it.
5-0 Braves lead. Runner on first base is Hartle with 2 outs as Luke Nichols checks on him. Hartle back easily standing up. Barthol out of Coastal Carolina, a new addition to this team. Pitch inside 2-0.
And you see the lefty Areola starting to toss over by the dugout, just staying warm. He's been in the dugout here for a little bit, making sure his arm doesn't get cold.
In case you were wondering, both guys in the bullpen still out there for the standoff as the ball gets away from Bargo. Moving to second is Hartle. Heads up base running to get a good jump as Bargo can't quite corral that wild pitch.
It's a great dirt ball read, and he saw the downward action, and before that ball even bounced in front of Bargo, that's a great jump from Hartle. Understanding dirt ball read and to put the pressure on the catcher immediately.
3 balls, no strikes to the 9-hitter as Nichols yanks the fastball outside for ball 4. It'll be first and second for Merrick Houston here. And we'll get a visit to the mound by Tanner Cunha.
Yeah, first walk the Harbor Hawks have issued today. It's really been the Bourne Braves taking advantage of their bats and using them to their advantage here. But for Nichols, came in this start of the bottom of the 4th and is trying to get himself out of it. Already has 2 outs, both via the strikeout. But he'll have to go up against Houston, Kozel, and Conrad.
Full conversation on the mound right now as the home plate umpire going to break it up. Right now, if you're Hyannis, still in this game down by 5, but with the top of the order up, you're in a dangerous situation where Houston can put this game out of reach with one swing of the bat. There are 2 outs, though, as Nichols will deal the first pitch outside for ball 1.
Try to pull the string to the right-hander first pitch, staying away to Merrick Houston.
Stabbed by Bargo. 2-0.
And Merrick Houston, the Demon Deacon, found himself almost in every single game the Wake Forest played this spring, and an electric player, found himself at the leadoff spot a lot of times this past spring, and it's an exciting player to watch both offensive and defensively.
2-0 inside. That's 7 balls in a row now for Luke Nichols. With Camden Kozel on deck, he has a double already today. 3-0 in there for a strike. Houston had the red light that time. Luke Nichols looks over to second and deals. Line drive into right field, but Kepley will hardly have to move as he makes out number 3. But Bourne picks up 2 more runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Luke Nichols heads back to the dugout, and Hyannis has some work to do as we go to the 5th inning. Braves up 5-0.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Top of the 5th inning, Anthony Silva, the first man to face Joe Areola, who has been absolutely dealing thus far. Through 4 innings scoreless, just 1 hit allowed to Michael Detallo last inning. And Anthony Silva will have to start Hyannis off with a bit of a mountain to climb, down by 5.
But for Hyannis right now, as you start the 5th, you have the back half of this entire game. Got to try and lengthen half innings for you from an offensive standpoint, as so far it's only been 3 above the minimum for the pitching staff.
Areola just 59 pitches. This will be his 60th. And it's a ball 1-1.
Tried a backdoor slider there, and Areola so far, every single pitch has been working for him. Everything's staying down the zone, and it's going to take the Harbor Hawks chipping away at this lead, base hit by base hit.
Two balls, 1 strike to the Horned Frog. Hartle tries to bring that one in for a strike, doesn't get the call, 3-1. 3-1 pitch in there for a strike. Silva thought it was a bit inside. Trackman had it a couple inches inside, but gets the 3-1 called a strike. So count full now. Silva chops one right into the Bourne Braves dugout.
Silva doing a good job here in that 3-2, shortening up his approach, keeping the swings active. It's big that if the Hyannis Harbor Hawks could get the leadoff man aboard, they haven't had that happen yet so far this evening.
Full count to Silva. Chopper, third base. Fielding is Barthel. He will have plenty of time to make the throw to first base for out number 1, and Silva is retired.
It's that high chopper from Anthony Silva, and great job from Barthel to get it on the high hop. Didn't go for the short hop, caught it on the long hop, made it look easy, and flipped it on over to first base for the out.
Blake Cavell steps into the box, looks at the curveball up in the zone, 1-0. Cavell's been slumping a little bit since his first at-bat home run against Brewster. Strike 1, 1-1.
And for Blake Cavell, putting in the work in batting practice.
Big swing, 1-2.
He's also rotating bats consistently as well. He's trying to find a new piece of lumber. Every round it feels like he's got a new piece of wood in his hand.
1-2 in the dirt. And sometimes when you get into one of these slumps, you just feel like you need something, whether it's a bat change, a glove change, something like that, as Cavill goes down swinging 2 away.
And he showed the entire arsenal in that at-bat. First 2 pitches, that big 12-6 curveball, then put 91, which looks like 98 after you have those 2 slow arcing breaking balls. And then back-to-back hard breaking sliders right there from Arriola and gets the strikeout.
Pitch outside to Josh Tate. Tate hitting .333 in his first week on Cape Cod. 1-1 as that pitch clipped the knees.
And he's been working down in the zone at the knees all game long.
Tate looks at the 1-1 pitch right in there for strike 2.
And for Arriola, he has been commanding the zone so well.
1-2, swing and a miss, and Arriola feeling himself, hopping off the mound through 5 innings scoreless. And Hyannis, they can't touch him. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, but not before we talk to our good buddy, Matt Coates.
Thanks for that, Josh. Appreciate being called your good buddy. That means a lot to me.
Almost forgot about you, though. Don't worry. Don't worry. Almost forgot about you.
I was gonna keep that off camera, but I guess we can expose Josh today. But guys, it's been a really long time since we've seen Bourne. 18 days to be exact, setting it back to June 24th, which is the 9th game of the season. Guys, today, the 23rd game of the season, and a lot can change in the Cape Cod Baseball League in almost 3 weeks, guys. For the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, 8 position players have left since then, and 6 pitchers have left since that time. That's almost half the roster. We're talking about guys like Wallace Clark, Parker Brocious, John Gazdar, and on the mound, guys like Joseph Jirwa, Ryan Dromboski, and Cade Crossland. And don't worry, I did not count Steve Solorzano twice. I did count him once, even though he goes both on the mound and in the batter's box. And it's pretty remarkable when you look at a coaching staff and how they're able to be so consistent with lineups changing so much. So just something interesting to look at, because the last time these 2 teams played, the rosters were completely different.
And it was a completely different roster on top of it for the Bourne Braves as well. You look at it from their perspective. In the time we saw them back on the 9th, they added Jack Benny, and then he already dropped within 8 games of Notre Dame third baseman who's going to get drafted here soon.
Oh, Notre Dame.
But, like, it really goes to show you the revolving door that summer ball can have.
And it's not just a roster that's just flipping over. This is so just based off the game we played them last time. It was Dromboski and Solorzano that came in that game on the mound. And for the Harbor Hawks, Camden Janik was in the lineup, as well as John Gazdar. So those are 4 guys just in that game that are no longer on the Harbor Hawks.
Camden Kojal, first man up for the Braves. Luke Nichols still on the mound. Kojal looked at the first pitch for a ball and then swung over the top of the second, and it's 1-1.
And new news with Kojal going SEC to SEC, currently at Vanderbilt, just committed to the University of Arkansas Razorbacks.
Woo Pig. Ground ball to the right side. Eric Snow fields and fires to first for out number 1.
Nichols is able to get the slow roller to come off his bat over to Snow for a routine grounder.
As the Marist Red Fox, Ethan Conrad leads the Cape in stolen bases despite having fewer at-bats than a lot of guys. Just 50 on the year. Got thrown out stealing his last time on first base in this game as he looks at strike 1. RBI single his last time up, ball in the dirt, 1-1. He was in the Perfect Game Collegiate League for the Saugerties Stallions before coming to the Cape. Ball in the dirt bounces back to the backstop right in front of us. Guys, he was even better there. Hit .469 in 58 plate appearances, on base 55% of the time, 5 home runs, and 19 RBIs. 2-1 chopped right back to us. 2-2. Luke Nichols, left on left matchup. The 2-2 looking for strike three. Ethan Conrad gets frozen. And Luke Nichols has his second out of the inning.
The designated hitter from Vanderbilt University, number 34, Braden Holcomb.
So Braden Holcomb steps into the batter's box, 1 for 1 on the day with a hit by pitch, 2 runs scored. He steps in with 2 outs and looks at ball 1. In the dirt. Bourne wearing the Friday Reds today. Red uniforms with Cape Cod and camo written across the chest. Hyannis wearing their typical road blues with the orange numbers. As this one roped into left center field, and Braden Holcomb has himself a base hit. He will round first and head to second. Hesitation as he will get thrown out by the left fielder, Mason White. Braden Holcomb rounded first base and couldn't decide if he wanted to go or stay. Ended up going, and he makes the third out of the game at second base. So we will go to the 6th inning. Harbor Hawks still got some work to do, down 5-0.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bourne Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bourne Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
For a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
So Hyannis down by 5 runs, but they will not have to face Joe Areola anymore. Instead, it will be the Alabama Crimson Tide member, Tyler Fay.
Yeah, this past spring for Tyler Fay out of Alabama, 34 innings pitched, 7.94 ERA, 23 appearances, all coming out of the bullpen in his past spring. And this is a guy who found a lot of success for the Crimson Tide this past spring, so getting his another look in the Summer Ball League.
Ken Kepley leads off the inning, first pitch swinging, and chops it right over to Garrett Michelle at first base for out number 1.
And for the Harbor Hawks, they saw Fay the last time these two teams faced off. It was Fay going 3 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs came across, both of them were earned, walked 1, struck out 2. Very similar pitching approach here for Scott Lander's squad.
So now it's Alex Lodice looking at strike 1 and now chopping to third base. Barthol may have to hurry up. He does, and throws over to first in time for out number 2. So 3 pitches and 2 outs for Tyler Fay.
And the Bourne Braves pitching in reverse from last time. You see Areola close the game out, pitch the 8th and 9th for the Braves, and then it was before him, it was Tyler Fay. So Maybe throwing a little bit in reverse here and, give the Harbor Hawks a little bit different look there.
Two outs for Ditalo, who has the lone Harbor Hawk hit today, a base hit up the middle his last time up. As he nearly wears that pitch inside, 2-0. Chopped foul back to the backstop. As a hard ground ball to the shortstop, Merrick Houston, who fields it on a hop for out number 3. Before we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, we've got Josie Broyles standing by with more.
We've got a lot of players right now kind of in and out on the transfer portal in the Cape League, and I was able to talk to Nick Groves right before this about his recent commitment to Illinois, which was super cool. He had a good game yesterday, and he kind of just explained to me he's super excited to switch divisions. He's playing in the Big Ten. He's really excited for that change, and he actually had some family here supporting him in the Cape, which was really cool for him as well. And he's not playing today, but just want to give a shout out to a really cool guy, really good player so far that's making a good change in his career. So back to you guys.
Good for him. He'll go to where Camden Janik played this past spring, former Harbor Hawk now, who is preparing for the MLB draft, hoping to hear his name called at the University of Illinois. As Luke Nichols back on the bump here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hyannis still being stifled offensively, but Chris Stanfield will lead off the inning for the Braves, and Stanfield hit a big double his last time up.
And for this Bourne Braves lineup, they're just trying to keep it moving right now. They already have 7 hits on 5 runs. They're doing a good job of getting this lineup to produce. But for the Harbor Hawks, they got to try and find themselves in a way to slow it down, get themselves back into the dugout with their bats, because this game is starting to slip away from them. We enter the bottom of the 6th here, and it's quickly turning.
Now, just an update on the standoff here in the 6th inning. Savory and Hugus still going at it. Both have not moved from their spot in the bullpen. Got a little friend on my arm here, a little inchworm.
Ew. What is that?
It's an inchworm, Nico.
I don't know if that's an inchworm.
Ew.
Okay, let's.
What is that?
Stanfield pops one up left side. Foul territory. Ditalo giving it a look, and he will run out of space as it goes out of play.
I actually saw whatever that bug was. I saw that on the table here earlier. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
It's an inchworm.
Well, that's to the zoology expert. You heard the osprey, Harbor Hawk debacle.
Yeah, I think it's an inchworm, but.
Oh, no, thanks, Jacob Irons. Valuable insight as Stanfield rips a base hit down the right field line. He'll take a big turn around first and head into second base with his 2nd double of the day and 2nd double of the season here with nobody away.
And Chris Stanfield's continuing to produce over this back half of the season for the Bourne Braves. Gets one there, and for Hyannis and Luke Nichols, got to bear down, got to keep themselves within reach here late in this contest.
Garrett Michelle up at the plate now. Has taken some healthy hacks, but has come up empty, 0 for 2 with a strikeout as he whiffs on the bunt attempt. 0-1.
I really loved Stanfield's approach. We saw the long foul ball down the left field line and a double down the left field line. That one using the hands, working the other direction. So it's a guy who can go to all fields, and he's showing it already in just this ball game.
0-1 to Michelle. The bunt sign taken off. He looks at strike 2, 0-2.
And when Luke Nichols can keep the ball down in the zone, that's where he's having success. It's when that ball is elevated and that sinker, changeup, slider stays up in the zone, stays flat. That's when these Bourne Braves are making him pay for it.
0-2, Michelle just gets a piece of it to stay alive. Lefty-lefty matchup for Nichols. Slider away, 1-2. Stanfield has already stolen third on Nichols today. Got a great jump. Nichols being careful with him over at second base. Gives him a look and deals a chopper down the first base line. It will just roll foul as Cavill picks it up just a couple inches off the line. So Michelle will have to trek back to home plate for another 1-2 pitch.
He was running the chuck around 3/4 of the way to the bag, and then once it started to get closer to that first base bag, it jarred into foul territory. It looked like it was going to run fair the entire way and just caught a bad piece of chalk and let it spin out the other way.
One-two, swing and a miss, strike three. Garrett Michelle goes down swinging for the second time against Luke Nichols. And there's one down.
And there's that lefty-lefty matchup, fastball low and away, kept it down the zone, swung right through it, and that's a perfectly placed fastball. You can't ask it to go more on that lower third than that one right there.
And to place it away in that situation as well. So low and away, making it hard there for Michelle to go out and reach it.
So now it's Tristan Becerra, the man with the two-run homer in the second inning, to start the scoring today. He will square to bunt early, and he'll pull it back quickly, 1-0.
And looked almost maybe he was going for the slash there. He pulled back very early. So on the slasher in a show early, try to get that third baseman to creep up, pull back early, and try to get a swing into that 6-hole.
Anthony Silva holding Stanfield on second. No bunt this time as Becerra takes a big swing and misses, 1-1.
And here doesn't necessarily get Tatalo to come creeping from third, staying even with the bag. Even a little further from the bag on the backside.
1-1 check swing from Becerra. He did not go.
And Becerra keeps his hands pretty low. Keeps it low, keeps the bat vertical, keeps it back here, and then gets settled, and then you see the bat get in normal position. But to start off, his hands are pretty vertical, hands are low in his swing in the left-hander's batter's box.
2-1 in the dirt. First base is open, but a lefty-lefty matchup here. You'd like to get the out towards the bottom of the order. See if he gives Becerra anything to hit. 3-1. He does not. It's a one-out walk, and runners will be on first and second for Ben Hartle.
That walk, yes, you don't want to walk, but it opens up the possibility of a double play here for Nichols to end the half inning to Hartle. You already has a infield single from his last AB back in the fourth.
And Hartle played at Kansas this past season in the Big 12. As he squares to bunt, Stanfield was running. Back pick to first in time. Some confusion by Tristan Becerra as he couldn't decide if he was stealing or not. Chris Stanfield does steal third base, and Becerra gets picked off of first by Dalton Bargo. There are two down.
Got to give even more of an emphasis onto the tag of Cavill to come down slapping it right by the bag and breaking it.
As a balk is called on Luke Nichols, who can't believe it as Dalton Bargo talking to home plate umpire, trying to plead his case. But Chris Stanfield, thanks to the savvy base running and his stolen base on the last pitch, will come in to score. It's 6-0 Braves, and now Mitch Carricker will get an explanation. And Luke Nichols with a look of disbelief right now. He had not come set yet. I didn't see what had happened. We can't hear any sort of explanation. Typically when that happens, it's some sort of a hesitation or... Carricker walks away.
Yeah, all I could get out of the conversation was there's something about a break of the hand. So I don't know if he was got on the mound and came set and then reset, or there was some kind of break of the hands that occurred. That's what the balk was called on.
So 6-0 Braves after the run comes in on the balk. There are 2 outs. And it's a 1-1 count to Ben Hartle. Hartle off the end of the bat into left field. Mason White takes a couple steps back and makes the play for out number 3, as Luke Nichols will go and ask for another explanation from the home plate umpire as he walks off the mound. So Bourne picks up another run on the balk. It's 6-0 Braves going into the 7th inning.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Back here, top of the 7th inning, Tyler Fay out there again, and Luke Nichols was talking to the home plate umpire for a long time, just walked back to the dugout a few seconds ago.
And based off the motions and the conversation looked to be had, it looks like, so Nichols was explaining that he's putting his mound, he's fixing his foot and fixing the dirting right in front of the mound. And he kind of did this with his hands, and so put his hands together in his glove and then looked in for the pitch. And so by rule, if his foot was on the mound, and did a little shrug of the shoulders.
First pitch swinging for Bargo. Hits a line drive to left field, but tracked down by Tristan Becerra for out number 1.
And so by rule, if you have your hands together and then you look in, you are breaking the hands, and that is a balk. So it's all depending. Didn't see it in live time, so going to be interesting to look back in and see what exactly did happen. But it's going to be a pretty interesting timing thing. Was his foot on the rubber? Where did his hands come together and when did they break? So something definitely we'll have to look back into and just see what happened.
Eric Snow looks at the first pitch low for ball 1. The Hawks have been aggressive here in this game, swinging the bat. And a lot of that has just been because they've had to. Bourne has been peppering the zone with strikes as Snow up in the count 2-0 now. Takes that pitch inside 3-0.
So we're an hour and a half into this ball game, and both guys in the bullpen still standing, and the standoff continues with this national anthem, and this is pretty insane. And Aaron Savory showing no sign of going down, and you look down the left field line, the Bourne Braves all standing.
3-1 chopped towards Kojal. The ball was deflected by Fay, the pitcher, but Kojal able to still stick with it and make the play for out number 2. Wind and rain starting to pick up a little bit again right now. We have played a complete game though, so if weather does come into play, it will not matter. First pitch to Mason White is up and away.
Starting to see the sun try and poke through here now. A very weird colored sky.
The 1-0 chop to second, a quick 1-2-3 inning in the top half of the 7th inning. Hawks still down 6-0 here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Bottom 7, it's a pitching change as the Hawks got a new lefty in there. It's Dominic Carbone.
Yeah, Dominic Carbone, a southpaw from Coastal Carolina. And this is a guy this is not his first time coming in. This is a guy who's had experience so far this summer. And you look at Dominic Carbone, 2 2/3 innings pitched. This is his 4th appearance for the Harbor Hawks. Struggled with command a little bit, 2 strikeouts to 5 walks, and you can really feel the weight in his skin here. You know, he's coming in a big moment, got to put up a bunch of zeros for the Harbor Hawks to allow them to have a chance to come back.
Yeah, and Hyannis right now at the moment trying to get themselves back into this game and pick back up the bats and get themselves on an offensive trajectory of trying to come back. They're down 6 here, but let's give you a check-in around the rest of the league as we are here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Chatham taking care of business right now in the middle of 8 between the Brewster Whitecaps, 9-6. In the top of the 8th, it's Orleans Firebirds right now taking down the YD Red Sox in the top of the 8th in that 5 o'clock start. In the top of the 6th, it's the Wareham Gatemen getting back to their winning ways against the Commodores as they lead 7-2. And then it's the Katuitt Kettleers winning 5-1 against the Harwich Mariners in the bottom of the 4th. That was a 6:30 start.
There are your around the league scores. Hyannis was keeping tabs on that Wareham Falmouth game. If Wareham had lost and Hyannis won, it would have been a tie atop first place, but neither of those things look like they're going to happen, although there's still time.
And with Katuitt being in front of Harwich, if Hyannis was to fall today, as they sit right now, and Katuitt was to hold on to win as they are in the 4th, Katuitt would then re-jump Hyannis to take over second once more.
Second pitch to Barthol is grounded slowly to Cavill. Covering first base is Dominic Carbone, and there's out number 1.
I don't think you've ever seen a pitcher in Dominic Carbone come off the rubber about as quick as he did. He went sprinting over to that first base bag. Typically when he's not in the pitching rotation and not having a bullpen day, he will be taking infield grounders right with the infielders and understanding he can do himself justice in a PFP.
Merrick Houston up with 1 out now, back to the top of the order. Almost wears that pitch on the back, but it'll go back to the backstop 1-0.
And Carbone's got good stuff. He's got a sinker, slider, changeup mix, and kind of like Luke Nichols, southpaw, high 8s, low 9s. Got to keep stuff down in the zone with that kind of mix.
1-0 is a strike.
And there's that good sinker movement, late break, having a lot of downward tilt to it right at the bottom of the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike to Houston. He looks at the strike on the outside part of the plate. He wasn't too happy with the call.
That's 2 pitches down in the zone. Carbone doing a great job, and that sinker is having a lot of action to it, and it's catching just the bottom half of that cone, and then it is Bargo doing a great job of sticking it back there.
1-2 taken for strike 3. And Merrick Houston goes down looking, out number 2 on the day.
What great pitch. It's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball that's high in the zone, up in the zone, and for Merrick Houston, he doesn't like that call, but it's flirting with the top of the strike zone and at that fastball.
So Camden Kojal up to the plate, left-on-left matchup. First pitch misses in for ball 1. And we're going to get a quick mound visit, maybe a little bit of a cross-up as Bargo didn't come close to catching that pitch.
And a little bit of a quick conversation for Dominic Carbone. Has done his job. Come in and has got the first 2 batters out here to give Hyannis an opportunity going into the top of the 8th to try and respond.
.1-0 coming to Kojal. Carbone comes set and deals. Swing and a miss, top of the zone, 1-1.
Fastball, climb the ladder right there after throwing that first pitch changeup, lefty. 92 miles per hour, open the zone, and Kojal comes up empty after a big swing.
1-1, just misses, 2-1.
The fastball is working for Dominic Carbone right now. Don't be shocked if he triples back to it right now.
2-1, popped foul out of play.
Don't listen to me. He goes in for the slider.
Breaks off a good slider, though. He's worked fastballs on that inner half and puts a slider in right behind it. It's good use of the slider, but his fastball and sinker has been working a lot for him.
2-2 is a slider foul, right side of first base.
Just funny how stressed you looked right there. That's the rub of the forehead for me that got me.
I felt so confident. It was his fastball that put him away. Yeah. You know what? Can't win them all, guys.
2-2 to Kojal. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. They checked down to third base, didn't get the call, so it'll be a full count with 2 outs.
And unfortunately, ever since you said fastball, he's done 3 straight sliders, all missing low in the zone. So we'll see if he goes back to the fastball here.
The 3-2. Fastball, swing, and a miss. Bargo tags him out, and that is out number 3. Dominic Carbone works a 1-2-3 inning, and Hyannis has 6 more outs to try to cut down this 6-run deficit.
there, Cape Cod. We're Bourne Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Hyannis will have 6 more chances to try to pick up 6 runs and tie up this ball game, and they will have to face Chase Meyer out of the University of West Virginia.
It's going to be number 11, the West Virginia Mountaineer, 6'2", right-handed pitcher, and this is a guy this will be his 4th appearance for them. 1-0 in the year, 3.86 ERA, and he's come in for short spans. 3 appearances, only 4 2/3 innings pitched. So a guy who's only going to go 1 or 2 for the Bourne Braves. And he's had a lot of success so far, keeping the opponent's batting average to 188.
And for Hyannis, a new arm gives them a new opportunity to go attack here. Down 6, still very much within reach for this Harbor Hawks lineup that when one gets going, a second gets going, and when the second gets going, the third, and then so on and so forth. They really hit in bunches and prove that hitting can be contagious.
And we saw it in the bottom of the 7th against Katua. They put up a 6 spot for the walk-off.
Yeah. Once one guy gets going, it tends to have the rest of them start jumping on board.
So let's see if Anthony Silva can start that train rolling. Just 1 hit on the day for the Harbor Hawks so far, as Silva looks at strike 1 on the inside corner.
And last night, it was 2 big crooked numbers that ended the game in 7 innings. Last night against Katua, it was the 5-run first inning, thanks to Anthony Silva grand slam, and then the production 6-run 7th inning that really made the difference.
One count to Anthony Silva. Looks at a ball 2-1. Meyer, the number 110 overall player in the country, according to Perfect Game, out of high school. Struggled a little bit this past spring at West Virginia, but typical, freshman struggles. That one in there for a strike, 2-2.
Yeah, filthy breaking ball right there. That was a slider coming in firm. Had a lot of late break to it, very sharp.
Another front door slider that time, just misses inside, full count.
These are firm breaking balls right now for Meyer.
86 that last one, and now a swing and a miss over the top. Anthony Silva goes down on the 3rd straight slider. There's 1 down.
Chase Meyer's a guy who came out, first pitch 95 miles per hour, then 3 sharp sliders in right behind it. And when you have a fastball that gets on you that quickly, you have to make a decision early. And that slider has a lot of late breaks, and it looked just like a fastball out of the hand 3/4 of the way, and then have that late break that he has. My goodness.
Whew. It is his world right now.
First pitch slider again into Blake Cavill for a strike. Throw from Hartle kind of got away from Meyer, and he gets some help from his second baseman, Camden Kogel. Now the 0-1. Meyer takes a while, now throws, and fouled back into the netting.
And once again, he's ahead in front for his second batter. Now it opens up that arsenal like you were talking about for him to go dial up.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Cavill looks at it for ball 1, 1-2.
Haven't seen the fastball yet in this at-bat. And he just broke a slider low in the zone here. Let's see if he tries to elevate and climb the ladder here with a fastball.
Another slider that he just couldn't quite break out.
Not your night either, Nico.
Well, and you can tell that they've been attacking Cavill here with breaking balls, and we saw it out of every pitcher so far.
There's the fastball inside, but too far inside, 3-2. 97 on the gun.
Giving him 97 right there. And Cavill doing a decent job trying to work for his pitch.
And the breaking ball outside for ball 4. And Blake Cavill on base here with 1 out.
And it was 97, just pulled too hard, glove side, running inside on the hands of Blake Cavill, and then try to go backdoor slider in behind it. That one just slipping outside, missing arm side, and staying away from the left-handed batter in the box.
So the 9-hitter Josh Tate at the plate. Looks at the slider at the bottom of the zone for a strike.
And to these right-handed hitters, it's sometimes when you face, if it's righty-righty or lefty-lefty, sometimes it keeps your shoulders in, and there's something about facing the same that breaking ball is just sharper, and you can place it wherever you want.
And there it was again, 85 that time, dotted. Oof. Josh Tate swung right over the top, 0-2.
And with how the pitching staffs have gone for Bourne, everyone's coming out with swagger.
And strike 3 looking, freezing Tate on the slider right down the middle, 87 that time, and there are 2 down for Kane Kepley.
You look at Joe Areola, then you look at Tyler Fay, and now you bring in Chase Meyer. All of them out so far have a swagger to them and have their stuff working for them for 3 straight pitchers, which has proven so beneficial for Scott Landers and company.
First pitch drills Kane Kepley, 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and he heads down to first base without making any sort of indication that that one hurt him at all.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
You know, of course not. You have, you know, no matter where you wear it, you got to just wear whatever it was, toss the bat over, and you got to make the jog over, and maybe have a few winces once you get to first base. But that 90, you see a lot of guys sprint out of the box and do a hard 90 after getting hit by the pitch, and you don't feel anything until that adrenaline wears off a little bit.
Alex Lodi's ground ball to shortstop. Houston goes the short way to second for out number 3. And Bourne is 3 outs away from shutting out the Harbor Hawks. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Braves up 6-0.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Bottom of the 8th inning. Before we start off the inning, we've got Matt Coates here with more.
Guys, not a fun game if you're a Harbor Hawks fan thus far, but a fun story coming out of this game. I had a little flashback to my intro to journalism class and did some investigative journalism in this one, guys. First, walked over to the Bourne dugout, checked in with our good friend Griffin from the University of Miami. And let me tell you, he's locked in. He told me, hey, let Sav know. I drove myself here. There's no bus to catch. I'm here all night. And I was like, oh, man. Checked in on the other side, and guys, I hate to report, Sav does sound a little nervous. He said to me, he said, what happens when the game ends? So I told him, I was like, he drove himself here. He doesn't have a bus to catch. And then one of our friends in the dugout was like, what bus? They're home. And then we informed him that he was referring to our bus taking us home.
Yeah.
So a little confusion in the dugout, but I think both sides are clear. But, guys, one thing's for sure, both these guys are going to go a full 9. I'd be shocked if we didn't see that. After that, though, it's going to get sticky for the Harbor Hawks and Aaron Savory.
Ethan Conrad leads it off and chops a foul ball right back towards us. Thank you, Matt, for that investigative journalism. But I didn't even take into account that this wouldn't end in a draw. I thought they'd kind of just tip their hats at the end of the game, but no. Griffin Hughes wants this one, I guess, as that pitch down in the dirt, 1-1.
That is the difference between the competitive nature in someone else. I would have just left it go at the first. He's a D1 athlete. He is competing for everything he earns.
Pitch inside, 2-1. Jacob, I think that you would have gotten a lot of crap from your teammates for bowing out that early.
Well, I get a
No
lot.
worries.
I get a lot from my teammate as well, sitting next to me.
2-1, and Ethan Conrad doesn't like us very much. He's hit quite a few foul balls right back to our faces.
Yeah, competitive nature here on full display.
2-2 from Carbone. Ground ball, a slow ground ball. Snow charging, firing on the run in time for out number 1.
Great play by Snow coming off his line at second base. And we talked about it's a little bit of a thicker infield grass that got caught up in it. Comes in charging, makes the barehanded grab to make the throw over.
I just noticed that we got a hole in one of the strings in the net, so Nico, you could have been killed on that last foul ball.
Oh, my God.
Could have came close, but Jacob Irons always having the hands out, always ready to go.
He's ready. Your computer could have, I mean, you just got this computer, too. I mean,
Yeah. Wow. That would have been heartbreaking.
1 out for Holcomb, who it's a high chopper to Eric Snow. Fields it on a hop and over to first for a quick second out.
Now that one spiked right into the dirt and had a high hopper that got all the way over to Snow and made it routine the rest of the way.
Yeah, these infield, once again, going to preach on the infield, have great footwork. I mean, they could have been a ballerina in their past life with the way their footwork works, and these guys find a way to get it done. And so far, anywhere you put these guys, they get the job done.
We almost had our tent fly away on us right there as first pitch in the dirt to Chris Stanfield. Wind and rain being on and off all game long. Stanfield, another high chopper. Tatalo will wait for it to come down. Fire over to first base. The scoop from Cavill, and he is safe as the first base umpire is going to say that Cavill's foot came off the bag. But a beautiful stretch and scoop. As Mitch Carricker is going to make his way and ask for a conversation for the umpires, see if home plate umpire got a better view.
I love this call by Mitch Carricker because you have Jim Fonseca, the home plate umpire, looking directly down the line here. In some of these times when you have a three-man crew, you don't have a decent second look. With Jim Fonseca staying down the first base line, he's got a great second look here, and this is why you do ask for the appeal to bring the rest of them in together.
2 outs here. This is basically the inning that they're deciding, and they are going to stick with their safe call. Very rare that a call like that would get overturned.
Yeah, unless you get a perfect view of the out, and he's like, no, his foot was on the base. That's the only time you really, because, I mean, it's a bang-bang play. If they rule his foot was off the base, you can see an overturn there. But as far as, you know, the timing and the who got there first.
Pickoff attempt. Stanfield was running. Throw down to second is in time. Dominic Carbone picks off Stanfield, who tried to get a good jump going to second base. And that's out number 3. So the Hawks will need a miracle, but they have 3 more chances to pick up 6 runs in the 9th inning.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
I think, Dean, they're allowing you.
We're Bourne Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Michael Detallo will be the first man trying to overcome this 6-run deficit in the top of the 9th inning. The Bourne pitching staff has been absolute nails all night long. 1 hit allowed, 0s across the board. The man up at the plate right now, Michael Detallo, who takes strike 1, is the only hit for Hyannis.
If you want to start a rally, this is the moment here.
Check swing from Detallo. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-2.
It's that heartbreaking slider once again down the zone. You had first pitch fastball, 95 miles per hour down the zone. Slider right in behind it, falls off the table down in the dirt.
0-2, another slider off the netting and caught by Dalton Bargo.
And if the score holds as it is, this will be the lone team Hyannis has not been able to beat so far this summer. They have a tie with them and then a loss earlier in the summer.
0-2, cut on and missed on the high cheddar. Out number 1.
That is high and hot cheddar right there. 95 into the glove of Hartle.
Some nacho cheese, if you will.
Some
queso?
could say that.
I'd kill for some queso right now. That'd be nice.
Does sound pretty good. And again, 1 out here. Both guys in the bullpen standing. Look down the right field line. Aaron Savary still standing out there. And in the left field, down the left field line, right in front of the football field, it's the Bourne bullpen, and they still standing.
1 out for Bargo. Looks at ball 1. Wind still blowing, and the rain falling sideways right now. Just light rain, but.
And for right now, everyone at home, it's 2 hours and 5 minutes on this time of game.
2-0 is up. 3-0.
That's 96 miles per hour up in the zone, and quickly up ahead in the count is Dalton Bargo.
It's been a Hyannis team, Jacob, too, that has played some very long games. 3-0 is in there for a strike, and I mean, at the very most, this game can go 2 more innings.
Exactly. I don't know if we're going to be seeing 3:30 in those.
3 hours and 30 minutes, you mean?
Yeah, 3 hours and 30 minutes with only 2 more innings to play.
3-1, Bargo looks at it for ball 4. Ball just missed low in the zone.
And down 3-0 was Chase Meyer, and he flipped a slider. Second time we've seen it in this past week where it's 3-0 count. Usually you see them just feed a fastball. No, goes for the backdoor slider here as the skies begin to open up here a little bit more.
And Scott Landers not going to make many fans in the bleachers right now. I guess not bleachers. You don't have any bleachers here, but
natural
for the
bleachers.
fans here. Yeah, the natural bleachers made of grass, as he's going to make a mound visit with 1 out in the 9th.
And you have Eric Snow, guy who finally got his ice cream cake.
Yeah. Finally got it. We got some too yesterday.
And we were getting all kinds of snacks up in the booth.
Yeah.
We got the cake, we had the pie. I was surprised we didn't get a muffin in there as well. And we got all kinds of snacks up in the booth last night.
The snacks have not stopped, though. We've got the league's best popcorn, I believe, with how much seasoning's on here at Bourne. Thanks, Matt Coates. I gave him my credit card to run. So my grandmother loves salty popcorn, and I know she's watching this right now. Graham, this is the place to come. This is the place to come.
It is good popcorn.
It's great popcorn.
First pitch outside to Eric Snow, 1-0.
This rain is now what is going to be the system that's going to sit over Cape Cod here until the later parts of the evening tomorrow, which could prove to be tricky for field conditions tomorrow at Eldridge Park.
1-0 in there for a strike. And the Hyannis' next off day is scheduled for Monday. That would be movie night as that pitch just stays fair. Barthol throw to first, gets away from the first baseman, Garrett Michelle. Eric Snow will go to second. Rounding third and coming home is Bargo. He dives in and he is out at the plate. Chase Meyer stares him down. And he quickly gets separated as he's barking at the Hyannis dugout right now.
And it's that aggression of the Harbor Hawks that have paid a factor, and home plate umpire not going to have it. It's Chase Meyer who's doing all the barking, and the Harbor Hawks just returning back fire, and it's going to be the Harbor Hawks dugout that gets the warning.
Not sure about that one. Chase Meyer was the one that fully went into Dalton Bargo's face, and
kind
the
of
rain coming down hard right now.
It's kind of bizarre, and I love Chippy. Actually, I love the intensity of the players, but it's interesting that Chase Meyer did all the barking to start off, and Harbor Hawks did a little answering, and the home plate umpire only warns the Harbor Hawks dugout. And again, I love it back and forth, but interesting call there with now 2 outs.
Chase Meyer deals a strike, and he is feeling himself right now, talking to himself and anyone that'll listen.
Yeah, and it's that slider, and he's feeling himself. He's got some feel, got a big out there, and
0-1 there in there for a strike, and Chase Meyer shaking his head.
Yeah, he's smiling up there. He's having a good time. He's understanding that he's got a feel for that slider, and he's broke it off back-to-back 0-2.
So the Hawks down to their final strike. 0-2, runner on second base, 2 outs, Mason White at the plate. The pitch is in there, strike 3, and Chase Meyer is letting Mason White know it. And some barking coming right now from the Hyannis dugout. And it looks like that will do it. Mason White will head back to the plate. All right, I should say to the dugout. Final score, Bourne Braves win 6-0.
Fitting end with water coming down on our table here to the evening. And really, it was Bourne Braves from the moment it started to the moment it ended. And these are rivals. They're going to face each other down the stretch and could see each other late in August as well. And these are some adverse conditions that everyone faced here through wind, rain, and just straight differing conditions from the moment we started to the moment we end.
And something on to note here, celebration from the Bourne bullpen came in, all dapped each other up, went down the victory line, but I see a solo man still standing in the rain down the bullpen.
And Sav's still out there as well. So I'll send out a tweet if this thing ever ends by the time we're out of here. But final score, Hyannis loses to the Bourne Braves 6-0. For our producers, Chase Avery and Daniel Bottolino, our sideline reporters, Matt Coates and Josie Broyles, I'm Josh Schreiber signing off for Jacob Irons and Nico Sharp. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow at Eldridge Park for a game against the Orleans Firebirds. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.